Are you bored in bed? We hear that as sex therapists all the time, that people are bored. And oftentimes, by the time they come in to see me, they've heard the advice, try something new, and they've tried something new, and then they run on new things to try. So they'll tell me, we got some more sex toys, we tried some new positions, and we're still bored. We're bored again. Or people will say, we've experimented with threesomes and we had sex on the cruise ship outside at night and whatever else, but now we're bored. So this advice that I'm giving you works for everybody, regardless of what your interest is or your creativity level. This advice will work for you.
Before we start, a small disclaimer. The Sex Doctors podcast is not a substitute for medical or psychological advice.
So basically, it's developing the skills of both how to make love and how to have sex, or really, just to put it more bluntly, how to fuck. So most couples need both of those. They need lovemaking and they need that like more intense fucking in order for a relationship, a sexual relationship, to stay interesting over time. So let's talk about both of those. So lovemaking involves it really kind of from the heart, bringing your heart into the experience and thinking of your heart as your primary sex organ. So before you join your partner, thinking about why you love your partner and letting yourself really feel gratitude, love, appreciation, compassion, all of those open-hearted sensations, and let your own body just wallow in that for a while. And then your goal when you join your partner in lovemaking is to allow all of that warm emotion to show through your eyes, through your touch, through what you're saying to your partner. So it's making love from your heart. All right. So eye contact, showing your love, caressing your partner's body, all of this communicates so powerfully. Um, an intensity of connection, and it amplifies your experience and your partner's experience of connection in those moments. So it's very powerful. It requires a lot of willingness to show up, to be vulnerable, because if you're showing your love so obviously, you're showing emotion, and that's a vulnerable thing to do. Your eyes aren't closed, you aren't going through sort of rote motions of how to have sex. Instead, you're using your whole body kind of as an art to make love. Now, so you've got to be willing to be vulnerable to do that and really show up. Very powerful. And then the opposite end, fucking, is equally vulnerable, believe it or not, and requires an equal amount of showing up. It's just a different kind of emotion. So, having sex from that place is much more having sex from your pelvis, and it's intense in a different way. I wouldn't say it's more intense, but it's less intense. It's not heart intense. Now it's like body intense. So fucking is like identifying what you want and going for it. And you allow your emotion to show on your face, but this is more raw desire. Okay. And it doesn't mean that you're neglecting your partner, but it does mean that you're letting yourself feel your own sexual experience and putting it out there. You're letting yourself feel your own turn on and putting it out there to your partner. So this is very intense. And instead of making love, this is about like demonstrating your passion and your desire in your eyes and in your touch, in a way that shows the intensity of your wanting. So that's more like fucking. Now, if couples tend to, first of all, let me say that couples tend to prefer one or the other. So some couples feel more comfortable in that lovemaking space and sharing emotion like that. Other couples feel more comfortable in that intense fucking space, showing their desire like that. But really, to keep a relationship, a sexual relationship, exciting over time, you got to get better at both of them. And let me tell you what, they're both learned skills. People aren't necessarily born knowing how to make love. People are born knowing how to have sex. Now, having sex is neither of these, right? Having sex is also what everyone does. So, sometimes everybody has sex, but it's neither it's not exciting like these other 2 kinds of sex are. So having sex is what you're born knowing, it's innate. So lovemaking is practicing feeling and then showing your emotion. That takes skill, and skill takes practice, so you learn that over time. Fucking is the same way. Fucking is it requires skill to, feel your desire, let it amp up and show it and not be maybe embarrassed by it or try to hide it, but show up with it. Show your desire to your partner. Let your partner see your wanting in your eyes, that kind of thing. And usually that requires some practice too. It's like a skill that you develop over time as well. So you're born knowing how to have sex, but to keep things interesting in the bedroom and not be boring, you got to learn the skills of lovemaking and learn the skills of fucking. And that's gonna take you a lot farther over time than, trying something new in the bedroom. Now, trying something new in the bedroom is a great thing to do. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that after you try the same thing for a while, it's gonna go in the list of all the stuff that's gotten boring, and you're gonna need something maybe new to bring your attention back. And the thing with, lovemaking and fucking is it gets your attention. So in a certain way, it kind of doesn't matter what else is going on or other accoutrements that you bring into the bedroom, whatever. It's a new experience every time and you're in it emotionally. And generally, hopefully, if you're in it, you'll help your partner get in it. But hopefully you both will make the kind of commitment to have sex like this more together so that you both sort of come to the situation with that level of commitment and that level of willingness to show up emotionally, because that's what we're talking about. So when you show up emotionally so intensely in a moment, it's not going to be boring. It won't be boring. And it won't feel like you're repeating the same thing all the time because you're in it emotionally in such a conscious way and a mindful way that every experience is new, even if it's lovemaking again or even if it's fucking again, it's still kind of new because you're in it so personally. So I hope that makes sense to you. And give yourself and your partner time to learn the skills of both of these kinds of sex and make sure that even if one of them is preferred, you still dabble in both periodically. And that'll help keep things interesting. If you're watching this video and you're like, I don't know how to get my partner interested in this. Just have them watch the video with you and then talk about it. And what I would suggest you do is pick the one side that feels more comfortable at first. So let's say lovemaking is more comfortable at first, then just practice that for a while. And not every time you have sex either, but sometimes get yourselves in a romantic mood, put on some romantic music, go out to dinner and sort of focus on love and then amplify that in the bedroom. And then after you get more comfortable with that, because again, it does feel vulnerable because you're showing yourself emotionally and that can feel scary. But after you get more comfortable with that, then go to the fucking and then get sort of ready to practice that together. So how do you get yourselves ready for that? I don't know. You watch porn, you put on some different kind of music. Maybe you just start like, kind of what I tell people, if you're in a trusting, loving relationship, sexually harass your partner. Like if you're wanting a better sexual relationship, show up more and of course do it in not an inappropriate way, but allow some sexual harassment to show, and do that mutually with your partner. That's more of like the fucking kind of arena and you can practice that for a while. But again, keep in mind you want to keep things creative, meaning you're going to experience all of this over time together periodically. And then, of course, bring new things to the bedroom. That's not bad advice. It just tends not to get people as far as this. So happy creative sex.